So this is the temple in Temple Square. I think it's supposed to be famous, but I'm not entirely sure why. Well, there's not much to see at the moment since it's mostly covered in scaffolding.
Something I never got was how a lot of people say that traveling by yourself is fun. And I've done like a lot of trips by myself, but I never found them to be fun, you know? I think most times I travel by myself, I would much rather just go with someone else. But, planning things with people is pretty hard, and having friends is also pretty hard. And I don't know, I'm just not sure I enjoy traveling by myself as much as I want to. If that makes sense. I wish I was more. It's not even that I'm uncomfortable with it, it's just that I don't really find this that enjoyable. I'd much rather share this experience with someone else, but making friends is pretty hard, and planning trips with them is even harder. One of the reasons I like going to low-key destinations like Salt Lake City is because you don't really feel like you're missing out on much, if that makes sense. Like every time I go to New York by myself, I feel like there's something that I'm missing, like there are certain experiences that I couldn't have unless I was with someone else. But for places like Salt Lake City, there's less to do, if that makes sense. Like there's a lot of national parks which you can experience by yourself. There are some other experiences that I think require other people to do, and those experiences I feel like make me feel the loneliness. Something that I wish I could do is just to notice other people less, if that makes sense. I wish I could focus just more on my world and not notice that other people are there. Like, I wish I could pay less attention to the voices around me or the sounds of cars passing by me. I don't think I'm at peace being alone. I don't think I'm self-conscious either, but I just don't really enjoy spending time by myself. I feel like every time I spend time by myself, I would much rather just spend it with other people. But you don't always have other people to spend time with due to a variety of complicated reasons. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like being alone is very mellow, if that makes sense. It's a very type B type of experience. Whereas when you spend time with others, it feels more vivacious and chaotic. And I'm not sure if I'm at the point in my life where I want to relegate myself to type B kind of experiences yet. There's just so much I want to do in the world still, most of which requires other people. But I feel like you don't always have other people to do things with.
I've been lying in the grass for a little bit while it's sunset, just thinking about shit, I read that this building has sort of haunting quality about it. I guess it could be true. I don't really feel anything with them. It doesn't really feel scary, it doesn't feel antiquated. It's just kind of there. You know? I mean, I've been to a lot of European cities, and I've been to my fair share of churches, and they all seem more or less the same. I can't imagine this being too different from the others. No, I'm kind of okay, you know, sitting in the grass, watching the world pass by me. I think something I like about this time of day is that there's no one else really here. Just me in the grass. There's no one here, no voices to be heard, no cars to be heard, just me. I like it that way. I think sometimes I'm bothered by the fact that there are other people in the world, that I can't just enjoy silence all the time. But now, it's okay. I wish I had the answers to my problems, you know? I feel like a lot of my problems can just be solved with, you should just make more friends. And I guess that's true. It's kind of hard to make friends, you know? It's hard to feel close to people. There's so many people in the world, but so little connection. I don't know if it's always been like this. The population of the world is now, what, 8 billion? Something like that. The population of the world in the 1500s was, what, 500 million? Were people less alone back then? I don't know. I wish I did. But this is the world in which we live now. I think the sun is almost setting. Well, it's been almost setting for the past couple of hours, but I think now it's really almost setting. The color is being taken away from the sky, leaving nothing but darkness, just the way it should be. I should probably get up, but I don't really want to. Like, what's the point in getting up? Freudian slip, but what's the point in getting up? It's not like I have anything else to do. You know, I think eventually all cities kind of just look similar, and I think Salt Lake City is no exception. I think it's really cool when you're in the suburbs, you get to see the mountains and stuff, but once you're in the city, it feels the same as every other city I've been in my life. Got your tall glass buildings, things under construction, a couple historical items here and there, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything for me to do when I get home other than just to figure out how I'm gonna get to Great Salt Lake tomorrow. Maybe pick up some groceries. that's about it. I think something I started to notice since I started to make money is that there's no really point in making money unless you have people to spend it with. Like, spending money on yourself is great and all, but there's such a low cap to how much happiness spending money on yourself can bring you. It's not that even you're spending money on other people, it's just like experiences shared with other people are just so much more intense than experiences had by yourself. When you're by yourself, there's nothing that proves that certain things happened. You know, like this trip, if I wasn't documenting it right now, then I probably would forget it ever happened a couple of years from now, similar to the other trips I've taken by myself over the years. So in life, like, if you don't have friends, then what's the point in living? I honestly don't know. I feel like so much of life is just revolving around your close ones and the experiences you have with them. You know, like creating happy memories so you can stand to live another day because you know that there's the possibility that you might have happy memories in the future. But that's never a given. It's just something that we kind of take on faith that our life might be better in the future than it is right now, no matter how bad our life is at the moment. There's only such a limited set of experiences that make you feel alive, and the rest of the time you're just feeling dead all the time. I'm just thinking back to the past couple of years of my life, and I think there are only maybe 4 or 5 experiences that made me feel that I was happy to be alive. And the rest of the time I was just wondering, why am I doing this at all? You know, why am I bothering to live? I'm not sure it's going to be better in the future because a lot of what I base aliveness on is intensity, and you feel a lot more intensely when you're young. I'm not sure in the future I will be able to feel things as intensely anymore. And it's quite unfortunate that that's the case. There's just only so much you can do to bring happiness to yourself. And I'm just not sure if I would be able to in the future.